Hello everyone and welcome to Daria Draws. Today we're painting sunflowers in Alla Prima technique. The point of it is to get everything in one go. As always, I start off by priming the canvases and pre-mixing all of the paint on the palette. So once that's ready, I'm ready to tackle the sunflowers. As always, I start off by sketching, marking the composition, getting the shapes kind of look like the sunflower so that when I lay the color, it will be a little bit easier for me in the future. There's no need for many details as the painting will change throughout the process. Just laying the main colors on top of the sketch. They're more like midtones to shadows, so nothing too bright, and we are going to move from darker colors to lighter as I usually do with all of my paintings. Have defined the shapes a little better, adding some light, and as you can see, I'm just sort of carving the shapes out so that they are a little bit clearer to the eye. And here we're starting to just work on some details because we're not going to go too deep into details since it is an Alla Prima technique. We're just gonna do a little bit of that. So basically what I'm doing is making the shadows a little darker and the lights a little lighter so that there is a nice variation of the tone, but they're not too far away from each other so that it's still like everything looks like it's one object. Working on the light is very important because that's where you can really translate the texture of the form, how rough, for example, the green stems are, because sunflowers are not very gentle flowers. So you can really work on these little bits, and because the shadows are usually quite flat, that responsibility lies on the light part. Now I'm working a little bit on the reflexes, which is basically taking one color of an object in a painting and putting it into another part. So for example, the yellowish orange of the sunflower goes onto the background as well as the green, so it kind of ties the whole painting very well together and creates like a vibration between the colors. Now throughout the process it is very easy to lose the outlines and the sharpness of the outlines as well. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of bringing them back in with the brown that I used for sketching, and that kind of creates a little more sharpness and definition in the lines themselves. is just adding a bit of highlight and then gently blending that into the rest of the petal. So I'm doing that for this painting and the other sunflower as well. We don't want the highlight to look slapped on, that's why we're blending it just a little bit to create a more uniform shape and to integrate it into the flower as a whole. And here we are. This is the end result. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. To support this channel, you can just click the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.